Hello, YouTube and TikTok. Well, mostly YouTube at this point. I haven't done a TikTok video since, last Thursday. Not last Thursday, last Wednesday, I think. It's currently 9:55 a.m., July 31st, 2025, and July has both felt like it felt like it lasted like 50 years. But at the same time, it went by so fast, which I'm very happy about because um, I'm in a desert, so I'm not quite a fan of hot weather. So I'm not really a fan of the weather. Um, you would think, well, how are you? But if you're born and raised in this desert, aren't you used to it by now? Absolutely. Mind you, let me see if I can check the weather right now. Uh, so as of right now, it's saying it is 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's been up in the triple digits before, and there's been numerous times where I've been outside in the triple digits, and mind you, I rarely go outside anyway, so it doesn't matter. But on the rare occasions when I do, which is to collect my check and whatnot. Gotta remember that that's in the morning, and um, from that point, that's when it starts to get more hot. Now it gets more to like what it's about 9 now, so yeah, it gets pretty hot around this time. Now around 1 to 2 in the afternoon, the odds of it being up to 100 gets very high. But since it's in the morning, I because I wear all black, like a lot, and as everyone would know, that brings in a lot of light, that brings in a lot of heat. It's very much recommended not to wear all black at day, and I frankly don't particularly care. But though, what I would say is the heat didn't doesn't bother me if I'm outside to do something. Well, I don't go outside just for the sake of going outside because my um main environment or natural habitat, as I like to call it, is mostly in a digital world or in this room. But when I do go outside, then yeah, I'm wearing all black. It's gonna cause a lot more heat, and July is scorch gets into like the very scorching hot um weather, and being born and raised in this desert, I'm very much used to the heat. I'm more accustomed to it. um I can withstand a lot of heat. I'm not immune, but I can withstand some heat. Do I like it? See, I have a heater. I have a heated blanket, but I like that heat compared. I like that heat more than the sun because a heater you can turn off or turn on. A heated blanket you can either keep on or unplug or turn off. I can't do that with the sun. Um, can't turn the sun down. It will just keep going up and up and up, then down for a little bit, then back up, and it's awful. Though I can't wait until it gets cold. I very much can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Um, though even when I'm leaving work, it's not as bad because it's like very early in the morning, so it's not as bad. Though two things. that I found somewhat annoying at work was that there are these customers. Um, one was a what was it? One of my coworkers was taking orders, and I was at the window, and there were these four guys that were in a car. Um, Whether they were under the influence or not, I'm not really sure, but I think it's fair to label. I believe it's fair to label them as such, and it seems kind of unfair, but honestly, I feel it's somewhat better to do that because if anything, it'll be with how their behavior was. It'd be worse if they weren't under the influence because at least then you can say, oh, their behavior is like this because of whatever drug they're on, or um, if they're drunk or something. If their behavior is normally like this when sober, then you have a lot um, you have bigger problems than drugs. But yeah, there were these yeah they were saying to my coworker, I think they got the McDouble meal, which is no longer $5. It's $6 now. To which they said, "Oh, I only have $5. Do you, can you spot me for the one?" And they said it in way worse grammar than I can ever imagine. But uh, he didn't really reply, and then I didn't really say much of anything either. But then after he showed up to the window, he just kept saying, "Hey, I don't have And before he even did that little bit that he was doing, I saw him have the correct amount of money. But he said, "Hey, I don't have the $6." And I just kept repeating, the food is $6.50. There's nothing I can do. If you don't have it, then there's really nothing I can do about that. It's not possible." But they were, what was it? The one I was talking to, he was darker than me, had I think dreads, like they're kind of all out there. Um, the all yeah, all four of them were the same race as me. All four of them were black. The one in the back, I tend to pretty much ignore passengers. I only really care about what the driver has to say. Um, unless the passengers also order something, I guess. But if the main thing to focus on is the driver, the passengers um don't matter to me. But one of the passengers that were way in the back said, "Oh, hey, do you know who this guy is? He's famous and whatnot." And the driver then said he was joking, and then he ended up giving me the correct amount of money. Then he said, "Oh, I was just seeing if you were a real you you know what word is going to come with that." Um, but then he kind of made a contradiction. One of his colleagues had said, "Oh, I was going to bless you with what do you say? And I quote his words, not mine. 2K bands, which is not proper grammar at all. You have to use one or the other. Um, it's stupid, but in my mind, which I doubt they have that amount of money, because you have that amount of money, but you are unable to pay for a meal that's $6.50. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. No pun intended, but this needs to be a part two.